So I am going to share my screen. So first of all, huge thank you to all of you guys for being part of this, because without you, and I genuinely mean this, without you, we couldn't do this. We're a tiny, tiny team, a very small charity, and we have put this event on with the help of Tom, who's on the call from Elmtree. And we need people like you to help us run it. So I, hand on heart, genuinely, like, this wouldn't happen without you guys. So thank you so much. It's such a big thing that you're doing for us. So thank you. Right, what I'm going to do is share a little deck that we've put together, which just will give us a sense of what's going on the day. And obviously you can ask any questions as we go through, and hopefully this deck will give you just a bit of an understanding of how things lie. And I'm going to keep talking, so if there's anyone else that can admit people into the chat while we carry on, that'd be great. Thank you very much. All right, so the whole point of the event is to raise funds for Underdog International and another charity called Feeding Fido. I think you guys all know who Underdog International is, otherwise you probably wouldn't be here, but some of you have adopted from us, some of you are just supporters of what we do. But what we do is help children and dogs. We bring them together, we take therapy dogs into schools, we rescue and rehome dogs, and we run really awesome education programs in different countries around the world. And our goal when we set up in 2020 was to impact positively 1 million dogs and children. And I'm super pleased to say that we've just reached that. So we've just gone over our 1 million mark, which is amazing. So that's Underdog International. Feeding Fido is a charity that Elmtree set up not long ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, who supports local people in need, whereby if they've got dogs or cats that they don't have enough money to feed, essentially, they deliver food to them. And they do that as part of their journey around the region that they cover, North London and London, because they're visiting people collecting dogs for the pet hotel, or the many pet hotels that they run. So that's a really lovely charity as well. The Oat Dogs calendar is something that instigated really this whole Mad Hatter Day, and it is an amazing initiative that's been set up by Awan and Lucy, two very lovely ladies who create each year a fab calendar, which you guys will all see in a couple of days, which has lots of dogs wearing hats in it, and all the proceeds go to the charity that they select each year. And this year they selected Underdog, which is amazing. So we decided to celebrate the launch of it by doing this event called the Mad Hatter's Dog Day. And then really, ultimately, we just wanted this to be a really affordable, fun day for families to come learn more about what we do, although that isn't really a big part of what we're doing. Obviously, the main thing is dog show, crafts, bouncy castles, eating lots of nice food, and just having a great day and with your friends and family. So that's the main thing that we're trying to achieve. So that's the Mad Hatter's Dog Day's purpose, if you like. And now I shall talk a little bit about, hang on, lost my screen, where it is, so that you just get a sense of the space. So this is the Elmtree Canine Retreat. As I said, Elmtree have about 4 or 5 sites, and this is one of their newest ones. It's 3 acres, and it basically covers this whole kind of rectangle here. This road here is Suison Road, and this is where the entrance will be to people coming in. Can you all see this, by the way? I'm hoping you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, grand. this is where the entrance will be. This is where the car park will be. So we're hoping that this will get about 200 or 300 cars in it. I have to say we have no idea, because it's the first time that we're doing this, we have no idea how many people will show up. It's very weather dependent as well, I guess we all know that. And we have sold about 300 tickets. So we know that there's that kind of number coming, but we don't know how many people are going to show up on the day. So regardless, we can cater for about 300 cars. There's a couple of other car parks nearby. So that's where they'll be. And then this stretch here, this orange bit here, is what we're calling the marketplace, which is where all the stalls will go. This area here is what we're calling Food Street, which is where all the food trucks will go. And these two blue areas are where there'll be dog activities. So the fastest recall competition, the dog ball pit, and the agility that people can try out with their dogs. And then this whole section here will have all of the bouncy castle and kids equipment, and there'll be an indoor area where there'll be crafts and pottery and fun stuff for children, which is all kind of sectioned off, and they can have an armband or wristband, and they can just be in there the whole time. So, and then this bit here, which you can see, this kind of grey bit here, is the actual indoor arena. It's huge. It's about 80 meters square. Tom has done a great job in putting a whole load of AstroTurf down, which incidentally came from Crufts, so it's been repurposed, which is great. And there'll be all straw bales around the perimeter, which people can sit on, in a kind of inside arena. So that is the space that we have. Importantly, I don't know if you just noticed that when I just clicked, there's a little red dot here, which is where the first aid is and the toilets. And it's just important that you guys are aware of that. So it's at the end of Food Street, inside the actual area where Elmtree housed the dogs. So where the Canine Hotel actually is where the first aid will be. And the toilets are there too. Right. Key timings, we're hoping that you guys can arrive by 9:30, as we'll do a kind of check-in with you guys. You'll get lanyards and high-vis, depending on where you are, and t-shirts and things. And then we'll just do a briefing depending on where you are. The gates will open at 11. And so during this kind of pre-11 period, all of the vendors will arrive. Some of them are arriving on Friday. Most of them are arriving on Saturday morning, so it's going to be quite busy. So anywhere where you feel that you can help, if you notice things, then yeah, get stuck in if you can. Other than that, one of the Underdog team will give you a briefing depending on where you are. The dog show starts at midday, and then in the arena we'll also have some demos of scent work and various other great bits and pieces, which Dave from Homeward Hounds is managing with some of his team. And then the second half of the dog show, it starts at 2:30. We have 3 really interesting talks from different people at 3:45, and then we'll close everything off at 4:30 with hopefully a hat parade. Like, we have obviously called it the Mad Hatters Dog Day, so we're hoping people come in hats, but you just don't know. But if there's enough people or dogs, or people and dogs in hats, then we'll do a bit of a hat parade and give some prizes out, talk a bit about the calendar, and give out the raffle prizes. And that's pretty much it. So fairly simple. You'll all get this deck afterwards, and here you can just see a slightly more detailed run through of what I just talked about. So that's all of the different aspects of the day in a bit more detail for you. Your roles, so they generally sit around within one of these 6 or 7 areas. So being at the registration desk, helping at the actual arena, helping with the stalls, and probably in the main that will be on the Underdog stall, because we've got a few things going on there where we're hoping to raise a bit of cash. Those of you who have got DBS checks and can help with the kids will be in the kids zone. We've got people who will help with that dog activity stuff, so whether that's the recall or the agility areas, and then parking. And we have a first aider who will be obviously looking after that area too. Those are the main roles. We have attempted to assign you all to different things. I'm hoping you guys saw this the other day when I put it in WhatsApp. You definitely don't need to say anything here and now, but if there's any concern that you have about any of the areas that you've been put in, just message me directly, or if you've just got any questions that you want to ask which are personal, then just get in touch with me. If there's anything that you want to ask here in front of everyone, obviously you are very, very welcome to ask any questions. It's probably a question that someone else will want to know anyway. But this is where we've put you all. And I'm just going to go through now kind of where those roles sit on the map. So if you remember, you will have seen those different quadrants on that map. So we're thinking, and again, this is the first time we've run this event, so some of it might change on the day if we feel that, you know, there's better ways to do things, or dependent on people, the numbers of people that are coming. But we're thinking that it would be helpful to have someone kind of down by that entrance area. So we're going to have some flags waving on the street, so that people can kind of see it. There's already some really huge posters there at the entrance, so lots of people have been driving by that entrance for the past sort of 3 weeks or so. Balloons will be up and so on, so it just really is visible, but having an actual human there to sort of direct, we felt might be helpful. So Dave, we've put you there for the moment. And then again, like if there's a kind of real heavy influx of people in the first hour or two and then it just quietens off completely, then obviously we can move you about. And then Hannah and Lucy, I don't know if either of you guys are on the call, but we have put you ladies in the car park area, so we'll have some high vis. One of the ideas that we had for that area is that as someone comes in, they get given a post-it note and a pen, and they need to write their mobile and just put it in the window on the inside of their car. We just thought that would be a really good strategy in case cars end up getting blocked in, and we can contact the individual in case cars need to be moved. So that's the idea with that. So we'll supply pens and post-its. And then in the reception area, there's quite a bit going on. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So we've got the registration area here. There's this is a road, by the way. I think you guys saw it in the image that I shared a minute back. Here we will have like a I don't know what you call them, like a rope, I guess, so that people can't just walk through. And then we will have Maya and Cassie, if you guys are on the call, I'm not sure, but we've put you guys on the outside of the registration tent to kind of both manage people coming in and also stamp people with a nice dog stamp on their hand, so that we know that they've paid or they've kind of come through with their tickets. And then we was going to have a bunch of people managed by Eve. Eve is our head of adoption. Some of you might already know her. Eve's going to brief you guys on the process, like on the day. I'm not going to go through it right now, but on the process that anyone that's in the registration tent will need to know, because there's various things to do with people registering for the dog show, people buying raffle tickets, people registering for some of the other things that they can buy and book. So all of that will be explained to Chris. I'm not sure if Chris is here. Oh yes, Chris is here. I saw him a minute ago. Chris, we thought you would be really good in the reception area because you'll come with your dog, and we thought what better welcome that people would have than you and a dog. So I hope that's okay. But obviously, if he gets a bit stressed with that, then we'll move you and put you somewhere else. So that's what we're doing for that area. And then Amelia and Jamie, we've got managing the fastest recall field and the dog ball pit. Again, we'll brief you on Saturday morning, but essentially you just need a phone with a stop clock watch thing on it, and you'll have a clipboard where you just note down the timings that people have taken, and then you just put it on the leaderboard. The top 3 every so often will go on the leaderboard, which you'll rub off and put back on. Simple as that. And then here's all the wonderful stalls that we'll have. We did invite the stall holders and vendors to this call. I don't know how many of them have joined, but they will also get this recording. So and you will all get this site map, so you'll see where you're positioned. So any questions from the vendors or the stall holders, just get in touch with me and Shannon. As I said, this is the Mad Hatters area. Dave and I will be on the microphone running the program, essentially. So we'll be in here the whole time. Eve will be kind of going back and forth between the registration tent and the arena. Kai will be taking lots of lovely pictures of winning dogs, and Angela has run these sorts of things before, so will be on hand to help us with all sorts of things within the arena. And then up here will be where the underdog stall is, and because I'm in here, Eve's down there, and Shannon will be probably running about all over the place, which is essentially pretty much the whole of our team, believe it or not, at Underdog. It means that we are relying on some of you guys to help run the stall there. So Leanne is one of our ex-employees who's amazing, and so she knows tons about Underdog, obviously, so she's a real asset on the Underdog stand. But there are other things going on there, which are things like we'll have a candy floss machine that we'll want to be selling some candy floss and some popcorn, and we'll be making teas. So some of those things, it would be really helpful to have some of you guys involved on there. And then moving up to the top of the field, we've got the kids craft, where, as I said, we've got some of our volunteers who have done this kind of thing before. We've also got Laura and Sunshine, who's one of our therapy dogs, in that space too. And then Anne and Sahita and Tina, we thought, as you guys have all got DBS clearance, it would be great if you could be in the kids zone area, supporting with the bouncy castle area and all of the other bits and pieces in there. And then Claire and Irene, we've put you in the dog agility spot here. And I think that's pretty much everyone. As I said before, first aid and loos are down this end, and these are all the kind of food stalls. Right, so that gives you a bit of a sense of the map. Any questions so far? Or is this all making perfect, beautiful sense? Yes, hopefully, I think. Right, so some of you will have been assigned a role as a cashier. How are we managing cash on the day? So I'm really hoping that a whole bunch of Underdog kind of bum bags will arrive before Saturday, although I haven't had absolute confirmation of that. So if you are someone that's a cashier, in fact, all of you, it would be helpful if you've got a bum bag that you can bring along, just as a backup in case the Underdog ones don't arrive. That would be super helpful. So that's for cash, obviously. And as we well know, most people don't carry cash these days. So we've signed up for something called SumUp, which some of you have already mentioned you've used before, which is amazing. It's a really simple system whereby you just log on your phone, and you can take payments, which is great as long as you can use Bluetooth on your phone. So if you have been sent Jules has a question. Go for it, Jules.
Sorry, Nadine. I do have the SumUp app on the phone. Will there be a conflict though? Because obviously my email address is attached to my bank account.
Oh, that's a really good question. Let me make a note of that and let you know. If you got it on your phone for your own business kind of thing?
Well, I mean, I used to be the treasurer for a fundraising group for Battersea.
Yeah.
And we had our own SumUp and our own bank account, but we've since disbanded. But obviously the SumUp machine is still current. Our bank account still works.
Okay.
And I lend it out to my friend when she does stuff for Dog Lost.
Yeah.
Obviously you don't want your funds paid into my account.
Not if we can help it. Yeah, that
You
would be
could
good.
have them back, to be fair.
Yeah,
But
that's
it would
true.
just be so much easier.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a work phone and I've got a secondary email address. I could set it up separately and there would be no conflict.
Yeah, that might be super helpful. If you send me your email address for your other phone, that would probably be easier, right? And it wouldn't jeopardize anything that you've already got existing on your phone. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I shall sort that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So what I would ask is anyone that's received an email, in fact, what I'll do is I'll send you a screenshot of everyone that's been listed as, I think they call them employees on the SumUp app. So I'll send you guys a screenshot of who's been listed as an employee, whether it's showing up as whether you've been invited or accepted, and then you can just see. And if you've got any problems like downloading the app or kind of using it, just let me or Shannon know, and we'll try and kind of mitigate any issues that before the actual day comes. So that's SumUp. Yeah, and cash, we're just trusting you guys because you're great and you've offered to help us. So any cash that you get given in your duties as a volunteer in your different roles, if you can just keep it in the bum bag, and then we'll just gather it all up at the end of the day. So that's the cash side of things. Safety and welfare. Lost child. So just to let you know, any child that takes part in the kids zone will be given a wristband, and on that wristband will be written a parent or guardian's mobile number. So when they pay, and it's £6 for the whole day for them to use the kids zone, £8 if they want to go into the craft area. So yeah, they can access it all day long, so they'll keep that on, but the mobile number of their parent will be on that wristband. So if you find any child, obviously the first thing to do is take them to safety and then call the parent. And we're just saying that the kind of lost child point will be the registration tent. Dog in distress. I don't know if Tom can unmute. I know he's a very busy man. He might be driving somewhere at the moment, but there he is. Great. I know we haven't had a chance to, hello, Tom. I know we haven't had a chance to talk about this, but I just thought if there's any dogs that are distressed, I'm just wondering where you think the best place would be to advise people to take them.
I think probably the best thing, so there'll be a few of my team walking around, probably with different high vis colour jackets on, probably green. So probably to one of them.
Okay, great. And then maybe I guess they'd take them into the pet hotel or into
into the
like
building.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. And I think I mentioned before, Nadine, I know we didn't confirm this, but
Yeah.
obviously I'll be doing the barbecue. So anybody, so our fantastic volunteers, they will all have either a free burger or a free hot dog of whatever choice and a drink to go with that as well. And you'll just get a
Awesome.
stamp on your volunteer thing to say that you've had that. So that will be at the barbecue stall. Everybody will have a bite to eat then, and there's also tap water around as well, which is all drinkable.
Awesome. These blue things donate water sources, water points, and this is the amazing Tom's barbecue location, which you should all note because his barbecue is going to be great. Right, I think I'm nearly done. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Oh, yes. So bring a mug, bring a flask, bring a water bottle, whatever your preference is. Phone charger, because there's no real power. I mean, there will be power for things that are essential to power up, like some of the food stores and obviously the kids' bouncy castle and things like that. But there won't be power in the registration tent, for example. So it's particularly for those of you that are going to be cashiers, which is most of you, frankly, if you can bring one of those power bank chargers for your phone, that would be awesome. We will have Eve's going to buy 3 tomorrow just to have as backups, but if you've got your own, like, please do charge it up and bring it on the day. That would be really great. And I don't know why I put this, positive energy and smiles. You've all got that anyway. And so, yes, that is it. Yeah, as I said at the beginning, honestly, this would not be possible without you guys. So you're super, super important individuals who are helping us with this. So thank you very much. And now we can take questions. So Dave. Oh, you're
Sorry,
muted.
thanks, Nadine.
Yeah.
I just want to know, it was mentioned in the group you were looking for like old clothes or anything or pre-used, as it's called.
Yes.
Can I bring them on Friday, and who do I give them to?
Yeah, just give them to me or Shannon or anyone that's there. Yes, we have a pre-loved stall, which will be on the Underdog stall, and so any like decent clothes, kids' clothes, adults' clothes, shoes, anything like that, we'll put on the stall, and we won't be like everything that we're trying to do on this event. As I said, we want to be affordable, so all the things that are on our stall will be, the food also will be. So just to give you an example, like the teas and the cakes and things like that, teas £1.50, the cakes are £2, which in this day and age seems to be not heard of anymore, those kind of prices. So yeah, so the pre-love stuff I think will be either £2.50 or £5. So we're just keeping it dead simple, and just depending on what it is, it will either go into one of those two kind of price brackets. So yes, pre-love stuff, please bring it.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, Nadine, the other question is with if you are taking cash at some of the stalls, do you need like a kit to a starter pot of change?
I have got some. I think we've got a float, but how much have I got in float? I probably got about 60 quid in float money. I've got a bit more actually. I could bring a bit more. That's a really good point. Thank you. I will make sure. How much do you think? Like, what are you thinking? Do you think everyone needs a bit?
But Nadine, for me, having done a similar type of thing is depending on how many stalls there's going to be,
Yeah,
that are taking cash, it's generally will be your £1-2 is probably not the issue. It's the smaller change.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. All right.
Unless you just tell people, are you prepared to round it up? It's for charity.
Yeah. Let's go with that as well. Yeah, good point. The other thing that would be awesome, if any of you are a dab hand at baking, I think someone mentioned this in the chat as well, but if any of you can bake anything or make some fudge or whatever it might be, those sorts of things will be sold on the Underdog stall as well. Okay. Right. Any other questions?
Yeah, Nadine, the only last question from me, and then I'll shut up, is Friday. Those that are helping on Friday. Do we just meet at 1 o'clock at the same venue?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Shannon and I will be there from probably about 10. Tom and his team will be there. I don't know, what time will you be there from, Tom, on Friday?
I'll be there from about 7 in the morning.
There we go. So Tom will be there from 7. Sorry. A dog has just decided to come and join us. Obviously, that's what happens. Here she is. Oh, she's gone. Yes, so we'll be there all day. really. There'll be some people arriving on the day as well, stalls. So that's why we want to be there. And then we'll have the gazebos arriving, and we'll just be laying out as much as we can and getting as much done as possible and getting loads of dog kisses. Here we go. So, who can come on Friday? I think it's only a couple of you, which is totally fine. Like, we knew that that was going to be a bit of an ask, but I think it's just you, Dave, right? And yeah.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'll be coming as well on Friday.
Oh yeah, Kai, you will. That's awesome. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're going to have to play Friday a little bit by ear and just see how much we can get done. I mean, my hope is that we can get as much
I
done.
can come Friday.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll just play that a little bit by ear, as much as we can get done on the day as possible, so that we've got minimal stuff to do on Saturday, but it's sort of dictated by the weather and yeah, what we can leave out and what we can't and things like that. Right. Happy to answer any other questions or concerns or any ideas or suggestions you guys have, or very happy to take those offline if you'd prefer as well. I'm just going to check in the chat to see if anyone's put anything there. Nope. Okay. I hope that was useful, and I hope that gives you a sense of things. Thank you very much for your patience since you applied. We, as you probably know, we decided to do this about 9 weeks ago. So we've managed to pull all of this together pretty quickly, but it's meant that we've left it until the last couple of days to speak to you and do this briefing, but hopefully that's okay. It will all be fresh in your mind for Saturday. Yeah, and that's it, I think, for now.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So really looking forward to seeing you in a few days' time. Tom, is there
Thank
anything
you.
else I've missed or you want to say?
I don't think so off the top of my head. I think we've covered everything. But obviously, if anybody's got any questions or anything, you can contact Nadine directly and she'll answer them for you.
Cool. Okie dokie. All right. Well, thanks again, guys. And I can't wait to meet you all in person, and hope you have a good rest of this week. And let's all have everything crossed that the weather's going to hold out for us. It's kind of 50-50 at the moment. So let's see. I'm being positive, hoping for a nice sunny day. All right. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks very
Nadine.
much.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
merchants to come on up here and help me light up our scene. We use Beaumonts. Are you out there?
Oh, I used to some girl.
Used to live in Brooklyn?
No. Great. For Christmas. Family.
Is that what you're doing here now?
I'm going to my grandfather's house. Then I want to go to
Hey, here we go. Let's all count down. 5, 4.
I think it's good. Thanks. Wait. Oh, Lord. Okay, that's everything. It's perfect. I'll send it back.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. The car is perfect. It's probably just cold. What?
I'll put it up. Take a look. Looks like it's your fuel pump. The garage is
It's only got water. So hang on. Yeah. Oh yeah.
so
They're Diane's brother. Oh, Daddy's holding it.
all right.
So hang on, if I go into Monty. Can you fix the heater, Matt?
Sure, I'll take a look. Take a look.
Okay. Sure. If it's
So you open there, you said, please.
thanks. Yeah. The furnace is just through the door down there. I'm the one upstairs. Straight to bed. 10 minutes. Okay. You say the next number. Whoops. Good night. Wait. She just mentioned the house sometimes. Yeah. Oh. Good. Thank you again.
Yeah, well, system though, so, chance. So what's up?
didn't want to do apologize for running away from you. Free ceremony. I just haven't been out much since my divorce. But then clarifying it, so I guess I forgot how to. Yeah. We've been divorced a year. Already everybody wants me to get married again.
I don't know about you. I like.
So do I. You do what you want. And that's a great discussion about what to do.
Exactly. Or what topic is regular?
If you want to wake up in the middle of the night, you have to
If I do Rufus and Monty, oh God,
Yeah.
I've got message them as well. If I do Rufus and Monty, Rufus, do Monty, and do Max, pop back and let Jess out in the garden,
sometimes.
and then go on to
Yeah.
Tony.
Seriously. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Give it. Thank you. Thank you. For everything. Thanks. Please. Morning, Sydney. Morning, Rachel. I love the Christmas time. First, I can shower. Yeah, and I love it so much. I don't know what's my other ones. Okay. Oh, which reminds me, Sydney. I found something. I think
He always knows how to pick up the right book.
this is Elizabeth Darton's granddaughter, Sydney. So
I heard that becomes a sentence about him.
nice to meet you.
Maybe.
I told you, Curtis, I'm just not interested this year. Interested in what?
So,
Years on December 23rd, the Main Street merchants would stay open. Serve hot cocoa.
people stop by and admire the Christmas trees place and get some last minute shopping. But
That sounds lovely. So, not display. I mean, not just getting too old to do all of Long weekend. Long Christmas on Christmas morning. Then you're gonna love Christmas weekend. Involved in a lineup of successful beach ones every Saturday and Sunday from 12. We can't get my book picking up whether it's the tastiest treats or a right royal knees up. You'll have more choice than normal dog selection box. Love Christmas weekend from 12 on Great Christmas.
Oh, it's great. He's not having much slugs. But he didn't settle his battle. That's it, chocolate. No batteries or electricity needed. These bathroom is even diffuser. They're constantly photographs. Pressures for up to 50 days. The vanilla. We just think questions be like. But everybody's bathroom. Breeze, green. You've dedicated your life. 50 and will to find it. Display frequent. Best ever razor. Production 32 shades per cartridge. Skin. The touch.
And wash dishwasher for just one more night and savings. Great renovation.
At Energy Neutral, we pay out on 99% of claims with no farm insurance you can rely on. Energy Neutral today.
Auto Service automatically checks for ways to save on your car. Oh, Auto Insurance has a market map. The schemes of rate for sale.
Space.
New Vauxhall Terra Electric, available now for 4 years, 0% APR finance.
When the whole day's been left on your floor, why not stop? Feel the power of the planet. It is all served from the first spray with a powerful cleaning solution. On floor, on the floor, on the floor. And traps it in the front-own microfiber. Can't just off the pedal. Again and again. Feel the power of the blast power spray one. Completely half the time. Just because you can't see something, it isn't there. You can't hold it. And you're not about it. It's one. It's one. It's essential for living. It was.
Nice to meet you too. Merry Christmas. But the truth is, I feel bad and everybody has felt, but I know this, we don't